Hey everybody, it's Christine from the Gospel Method, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to play melody using your right hand using the song The First Noel. So if you haven't done so, be sure to go over to the website, thegospelmethod.com, and you're going to be able to get a free copy of this chord chart. So I have on page 2, you can see there's 2 pages here. On page 2 I have in green the melody notes. So in this video I'm going to teach you how to play it with the melody, but then make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to teach you what to do if you don't already have those melody notes written in. How can you find the melody, if you can purchase it, read it, all that kind of stuff, okay? So let's take a look at what it's going to sound like with the melody together. Okay, so this is the idea of what we're going for. My right hand is singing the first Noel, right? And my left hand is doing other stuff to play the chords. All right, so let's take a look first at our right hand. So we're going to start with verse 1. All the green ones are the melody. So these are not chords. These are B, A, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, D. There's no rhythm written in here. Okay, this is assuming you know the song and you're gonna feel what the tune sounds like. So you're thinking the words in your head. The first Noel, the angel did say, was certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay. So one thing with melody is we might be all over the place. As you can see, my hands are flipping and things like that. So we're going to go through and write down some recommended fingers for you. Okay? Now, if you can play this however you want. You don't have to do this, but this is just so you don't have to jump around. So if I was going to play this myself, I would start with finger 3. That's my middle finger on B. So B, A, G with my thumb, and then back A, B. When I get to the C, because I know I'm going to be coming way up here, okay, and I'm going to need more fingers, I'm going to tuck my thumb under on the C. So on top of the C, I'm going to write number 1. That's for my thumb. So 3, tuck my thumb. Now I can reach the rest. E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, D. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. I can stay in the same spot as I go to the second line. So again, I'm starting on the 3 finger, but I was already there. I don't have to move. And then I'm going to go E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp. So again, I still reach it. So this is finger. I'm just putting these ones here just as reminders. F sharp, G, D, C. And now down here I have this B. I can't quite reach it. I've put my thumb on C on the word they. So a trick, because I only have 1 left, is I'm just going to take my pointer finger over to hit that last one. Instead of moving my whole hand, I can mostly do it. 1 more finger, B, okay? So this here, my thumb is playing on the C, and then my 2 is gonna cross over. Okay, so let's do that nice and slow. The first note, tuck Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay. Now don't worry, we are going to add left hand. But we got to get this under control first. We don't want to be hopping with our pinky because we ran out of fingers. We want to make sure we can do it. This is going to repeat kind of very similar. Starts with the B on finger 3 again. And then we're going to tuck our thumb under on the C. This is almost the same as line 1. Tuck. Okay, and then we're going to put, again, we don't have to move anywhere, but we'll keep our 3 here. And then I've run out of fingers. So again, my B, I'm going to cross my 2 over. Okay? So again, I'll start here in fields right here. So we'll do that slow. In fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Something like that. So that's our melody for the verse. The next step is we're going to look at the chords. Now, if you are looking at wanting the chord chart, page 1 of this document is the regular old chord chart. Okay? The first Noel, the angel did say, right? It's just the regular chords like we would normally do. So that's there. I have copied that underneath our melody so we can see where they line up. So the first one we're needing to do is the word first. And you can see the G and the G here are going to go together. And then if you're humming along, you know, these D's are going to line up. The first Noel, the angel. So those are going to line up. Did say. Okay, so you're kind of feeling the beat. The rhythm is different when you do the melody first because it is going to require you to play a little bit by ear because you're humming the tune, right? So now what a lot of people do is they try to play the chords first, and then they're trying to add the green on top. Some people find that easier. Some people find it easier to start with the melody first and then sneak the left hand in. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to start with the green, add in just the bass note from my left hand. So I have G here, and then I've got D, C, and then back to G. And we're just going to line them up with the melody. The first Noel, the angel did say. Alright, so you see how that works? Wherever you would normally play your chord, you're still going to do that, but it's going to line up with your tune. Okay? So we can start with bass notes like I did there. I'm just holding it. D, C. The next step, if you can get through the whole song doing that, is you're going to play it with some chords. And I would recommend start with root position chords. So G chord, D chord, C chord, and G chord like that. So that would be step 2. The first Noel, the angel did say. Alright, so they line up in the same place. We're just adding 3 notes. So that would be step 2. The next step would be to play inversions with the left hand, so you don't have to jump around. This is in the key of G major, so you can refer back to your G major chart from when we did that, and I'll link that below in our lesson on G major inversions. It just shows the easiest way to get to all the chords in the key of G. So I would play G like this, I would play C like this, I'd play A minor like this, and then I can play D either like this, which is some people find a little uncomfortable. If you do find this uncomfortable, there is a shortcut. It makes it something else, but you don't have to worry about it. In this one, you can change it to this. Okay? So this is technically a D7. And if you're interested in more theory, jump over to the premium membership. We do lots of theory there. But if you're just wanting to play it, you can play D like this or like this. Okay? So let's try it like that now so I don't have to hop around with my fingers. You can see it's a lot more comfortable in my left hand without having to hop. Now, I do have some more things. At the beginning, I was playing this beautiful arpeggio, and I'm going to put that over in the premium membership because that's a little bit more on the intermediate side. If you're a beginner, even just playing the melody is going to be a really big thing, getting your fingers straight. And then again, after a couple of days of that, because people think, oh, she gives us all these levels, I have to do it all in one day. No, this is maybe like a few days or a week for each one. So get this really good. Then after a couple of days of practice, add in just your bass note. Right? Then after that, add your chord. And then add your inversions, okay? And if you do want to do a little bit more, there's a link on this page for the premium membership on the first page. Here we go. Right there. So if you do want a little bit more, we'll do some rolling patterns. And we'll do an arpeggio whenever we're playing the first Noel. Okay, so and we'll do a full tutorial on that over in the premium. But this will get you started on how to play the melody because I have so many questions coming in about how to play the melody. So now what do you do if all you have is this? And this is what most of you are going to have, or not even with the slashes, right? If you've Googled chord chart for the First Noel. You're just going to get the words and the chords. There's a couple of different ways to come up with the melody so that you can play it. First of all would be to do it by ear, which is what most of you are probably trying to do on this channel. And that is, I'm playing the chord, the first, what note is that? Oh, it's a B. And then you write down B. The is an A. Okay, A comes next. And just slowly train yourself how to do that. If you're just starting, doing a song like this might take you an hour or 2 hours. Okay, that's normal. There's nothing wrong with you. The more you practice, the faster it goes. I was able to do this chart for you guys in about 10 minutes, just going through, adding them in, typing it out. But when I first started, it took a long time to be able to figure out, what is that note? What is that note? But the more you do it, the more you notice patterns, and the more you notice how it's related to your scale. Okay, so that's the first way you can do it. It requires no money, just time and energy. Pick a song you know really, really well so that you don't change the melody on yourself, and just really practice over and over and write it down as you go. The other thing, if you guys are looking for resources for melody, is something called lead sheets. Now, lead sheets do have written notation on them, so they are not chord charts. They are like classical notation where the melody is written out note by note. And so if you want, again, it takes a little bit of time up front to teach yourself the right hand reading notation, but most of my students who do Zoom lessons with me within 2 months are able to read the right hand. So if that's something you're interested in, then you can just go online and type in lead sheet instead of chord chart, and you'll be able to find all types of songs, and the melody is right there for you. You just have to learn how to read the music notation on the right hand. So I hope that's really helpful. It is really fun, especially with Christmas music. I like to do a little bit of melody this time of year because they sound so pretty with the left hand patterns and the melody on the right hand and stuff like that. But you can apply this to any gospel song. The same concept applies. So again, if you have any questions, you can put it down in the comments. If you have any requests for future videos, put that in the comments. And if you want to do a little bit more on this song, again, go to the premium membership. There's a link down below for 7 days free trial for that, so you can even check it out and see if it's for you before you need to make a commitment. So I hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye!